All right, y'all, so we're going to check out Grok AI in this latest Tesla update. So here's the release notes. I'll put a nicer picture of that on the screen so you can read those if you like. But basically, you can talk to Grok, an intelligent assistant. Grok's voice and personality ranging from storyteller to unhinged. You can launch it in the app launcher, or you long press on the voice button on the steering wheel, and that's different per model. Requires premium connectivity or a Wi-Fi connection. Conversations are anonymous to Tesla and not associated with your vehicle, and it's currently in beta. I don't know why they're pushing that so much, but they're talking about this being in beta. Now, what you need is as of now, you need an AMD processor in your Tesla. So you can go to software, and then right here, additional vehicle information. This is how you see everything about your vehicle. So right there, this infotainment processor, you want to be AMD Ryzen. You have to have that for now, although there's a lot of hints that they're going to bring this to Intel eventually. And right now, the Grok we're going to be using and trying out in this video quickly is all on the server. So your car isn't doing any AI stuff with the chips. They're probably not even nearly powerful enough. But this is all on server. So I'm not sure why it wouldn't come to Intel cars eventually. The other thing to point out is that, so there's the Grok right there. The other thing to point out is right now we're in a hardware 4 Tesla Model Y. Again, obviously it has the AMD processor. I've noticed though that the brand new 2026 Model Y, mine and no one else has gotten Grok update yet. So, maybe they're cooking up something for us, saving us, something, but no idea why. All other models I've seen S, X3, all get this update, and Cybertruck has got this update as well, but it's continuing to roll out. If you don't have it yet, don't worry, it's coming. So you can click this button here to bring up Grok, or like it said, you can hold in this old, I'll show you, in this older 2023 Model Y, this is the voice button, you hold it. In my 2026, it has a dedicated microphone button, which is what I would hold in my 2026 Model Y if it had Grok. So moving back to the screen over here, I'll hold the button. And there you can see Grok has come up. So I don't want it to talk right now, so if I mute that, I don't know if it'll respond. But what's cool is you actually don't have to sign in to a Grok account. So in your Tesla, you get to use Grok without an account. You don't have to pay for it. You don't need anything. And we're going to try to find out what version of Grok this is in just a second here. Now, if you want to use it on the go when you're not connected to Wi-Fi, you have to have premium connectivity in your Tesla, but that's not related to Grok. If you're on Wi-Fi, as I am right now, you can see up here I'm sitting in my garage, then Grok will work. And so that's kind of nice to have free access to this AI assistant if you need it for some reason. So let's see. Now, I did sign in here. There's a sign in button that you can use to sign in, and that will store your history of your conversations. Let me just play a clip for you I took last night really quick so you can see what Grok said. Hey, do I need to sign in?
No, you don't need to sign in to talk to me. I'm here to help anytime.
What features do I get if I sign in?
Signing in lets you save your chats, access premium features like Super Grok, and use advanced tools like real-time search and image generation. Plus, you can manage your data and settings easily.
So there's that. I'm not sure. I might have put some other clips in there that I wanted you to see, but that's kind of how it works. So let's try it out really quick. You can see here we have different things going on. So assistant, language tutor, therapist, storyteller, kids story time, kids trivia game, meditation, Grok doc. I've actually used this one. This is one of my most used Grok things, and it's really good. And then conspiracy, which, yeah, we really need more of that on the internet, but that's fine. And then you can go to the settings here, and it pops up on the right here, which is a little weird, but you can enable not safe for work, kids mode, or disable location data. So Grok does have some background information. I probably played that clip for you, or I will here, where it kind of knew that it was in a car. So you're in a car right now?
Yes, I'm aware you're in a car, but don't worry. I'm here to help with whatever you need.
So let's talk to it for a minute, and then we're going to talk about why, do we even want this, or what's going on with Tesla with this. It's kind of weird in my opinion, but here we go. So, sorry, last thing I'll show you, Ara, Rex, and Gork. You can have those different voices there. Hey, what version of Grok is this?
You're chatting with Grok 4, the latest and greatest. So what were you saying about not wanting it to do something?
All right, that's pretty cool. The delay was a little long on that one. The other ones I've done, it hasn't been as long. And I'll say that this has been working really well for me in terms of it's never disconnected. I've seen other people say theirs is already saying no connection. But anyway, okay, ignore everything I just said. So I'm, where are you right now?
Right now, I'm just hanging out in the digital ether. Ready to help you
No.
you are.
I mean, do you know what type of device I'm talking to you on?
I don't have the specifics, but I can tell you're using something with a voice interface. Is there something particular you need help with on it?
Yeah, that's fine. Keep all of your answers extremely short going forward. So, are there any good restaurants that are open right now near me?
Yes. A few local diners and cafes are open, serving breakfast. They've got good reviews for coffee and pancakes.
Where am I right now? What's my current location?
I'm sorry, I can't pinpoint your exact location, but I can help with directions or local info if you tell me where you think you are.
No,
What do
no,
you need?
no, no, no. You just said there are restaurants nearby me. So where am I about? Like, what's the best you can do in terms of telling me my location?
My bad. I assumed you were nearby since you asked about restaurants. I can't see your exact spot, but I know you're in a region with those diners and cafes I mentioned.
Nearby what? What city am I in?
You're in Holly. What else
Okay.
can I help with?
That's what I wanted. Why were you not just answering me when I was asking that question?
Sorry about that. Sometimes I need a little nudge to get the right info. What else do you need?
All right, stop ending your talking by asking me an additional question. Just answer what I say very shortly. I don't have much patience for these things. They talk so much and it's so unnecessary. And I want, like, I ask a question, just give me, the straight answer. So let's just try one more thing here. So what restaurant closest to me has the highest reviews?
The Holly Hotel, known for its upscale dining and historic charm.
Okay, cool. So I have a couple like random things that people were asking me online. What is make the longest noise that you can possibly make right now?
There you go. What else is on your mind?
All right, that was weird. Okay, so if we go into here, somebody wanted to hear the therapist. I've not used this one, but okay, I know you're not a real therapist, but what can you do for me?
Well, I can listen and offer some practical advice based on techniques like CBT or mindfulness, helping you work through stuff like stress or
What is
tough
CBT?
emotions. CBT, or cognitive behavioral therapy, is a method that helps you identify and change negative thought patterns that affect how you feel.
Okay, I drive a lot, and when I drive, I get super angry at all the stupid drivers around me, and I want to just like run them off the road.
That rage while driving can really take over, can't it? It sounds like the frustration builds up fast. Try this. Next time you feel that anger spike, take a deep breath and name 3 things you see around you.
No,
Like
but these people, you don't understand how stupid these people are. They're under the speed limit. They're not using their turn signal. They can't stay in their lane. I mean, I think I should probably run them off the road.
I get it. Their actions can feel infuriating and reckless, like they're not even trying. But acting on that impulse could put you and others in danger.
Okay, so
Instead,
do you think there's any software available or any vehicle available with good software I could purchase that would help me drive and then I wouldn't be so angry?
Some vehicles, like certain Tesla models, have advanced driver assistance systems that can handle a lot of the driving for you.
There we go.
Which
Okay.
might take some of that anger out of the equation.
Stop,
Post
please.
on X.
Okay, so there you go. That's
Okay.
whatever. That's okay. That's the therapist one. I also had to add in here, if you enable the not safe for work mode, you get a lot more over here. I didn't want to leave these out for you. So you get unhinged, sexy, motivation. I'm sure that's 18 plus, maybe it swears or something. And then we already saw conspiracy, but then you also get romantic and argumentative, which I think could be pretty interesting if you're trying to challenge your own ideas. It might be nice to have to fight against an AI. And then if you enable kids mode, you only get kids story time and kids trivia game. That's all you get. You can't have not safe for work and kids mode enabled at the same time, which makes sense and is good. Also, some people were concerned about Grok listening all the time. Of course, if this mic is unmuted, it will be listening because I brought it up. But if you look up at the top left here, there's a yellow dot. If this yellow dot is showing, that means the mic in your vehicle is recording audio or listening to audio. And so you know that the mic is enabled with that. If we get rid of Grok just like that, you can see that this yellow dot will disappear, which means the mic is not being used and you are safe. All right, so the last thing I wanted to talk about in regards to this is if you look at, so Tesla sent out multiple emails about this, which they sent out the emails before anyone even had the software in their car. So that was kind of weird. It was like, you can use Grok in your car now, but you couldn't. The other thing that's kind of weird is Tesla seems to be like pushing this as like this huge thing. And it's just kind of like, why? I'm wondering, like, why are they doing this? Honestly, my thought just goes back to like Elon is like, hey, everybody push Grok. This is the best thing ever. And, people at Tesla are like, yes, sir. Because don't get me wrong, this technology from like a technology standpoint and just appreciating what's going on is very cool. It's amazing, how smart it is, how much it can help you. AI has helped me with lots of different things. I don't use it that often. Sometimes I feel like what am I missing? Like, why are people so excited about this? Because I don't find it has quite that much utility, but the times I've used it, the utility has been very good. So, why is Tesla pushing this as something that is going to be huge for the cars? Because as of now, Grok cannot control the car. If I asked it to put that restaurant suggested in the nav, it can't do it. It can't put the restaurant in the nav. Can you set my nav to take me to the first suggestion you had?
I can't control the navigation, but if you mean Village Tavern, just use your car's voice command to set the destination.
It can't do anything, can't turn on your heated seats or anything like that. I would guess that that's coming. Elon already said that there's going to be a wake word. You can just say, hey, Grok, and it'll start talking. But as of now, you have to hold the button or press the thing on the screen. And I just, why? I'm looking for your comments, down below in the video to what are you going to use this for? Why do you think Tesla is pushing this so much? Do you think this is something that, somebody's going to be like, man, I really need a car. Oh, which one has AI in it? You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't see that as being a deciding factor for anyone. I don't think anyone would see that oh, this is the car I have to get. Maybe there's 2 people, on Earth. Now, the cool part about it that I do see, what I am excited about, because I'm glad it's here. It's not all negative. It's like a free update we got to our vehicles to add something to the vehicle to make them better that we didn't have before, and we don't have to pay for it. So if I don't want to use it, who cares? I just don't use it. But it's in addition, I don't have to pay anything for it, and now my car is better than it was before this update. And what I am excited about is there are times while driving and especially while using FSD, you're just kind of zoning out, looking around, hanging out, and you really don't want to be using your phone or doing any of that stuff. But you have questions or you think about stuff. With this, especially now that it's connected to my account, I could pull Grok up and say, hey, remind me, that I need to whatever when I get home, or you can just start talking about something. Now that conversation is saved, so when you do get home or wherever you're going, you can pull it up on your phone and continue it, or read, kind of what Grok was saying, or the question you asked, the answer is going to be there for you. So I do think, especially on long trips or you're by yourself, there's not much going on, that it'll be nice to have this thing to talk with and ask questions to. I've had times where I've turned on my phone with either Grok or chat-gpt voice mode and just been like, hey, tell me the history of, Egypt or whatever, just because it's interesting and I want to kind of hear about it. Now, what I don't like is you have to double check all of these things that the AI says, because they just make stuff up and they'll be 100% wrong, but they'll talk as if they're 100% right. And if you don't know anything about the subject, then you're just like, oh, that's cool. And you're just getting this wrong information, which can be pretty frustrating. The other thing that I think is kind of cool is they do have down here this kid story time, which I'm a little reluctant to expose my kids to too much AI, especially early, because let them grow up normally. And then when they're older and their brains are a little more developed, they can start, learning about AI and seeing stuff with it. But it would be kind of cool and fun to have this tell them a story, and they can ask questions, they can add to the story. That's where I really want them to jump in, is use their imagination. And the story is about a dragon, and they go, oh, but now the dragon is purple, or now there's 2 dragons. You know what I mean? They can kind of add to the story. And the other way I've used it with them is my daughter is going into 1st grade, and I've been making her math problems using AI, which of course the math problems are very simple, but I can, in 2 seconds, it'll spit out a whole worksheet that I can double check and then hand to her. And she's been, I don't know if enjoying is the right word, but she's been doing those worksheets, and I've been trying to make them more fun. But anyway, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. It's very cool that this is in the car, and I'll definitely use it to an extent. I don't know how long-term I'll use it, but why is kind of my big question, and what I want to hear from you. And then the other thing I wanted to mention as we wrap this video up is a lot of times Tesla adds features to the vehicles that are not fully baked, which as a nerd, I appreciate, because it's like, don't get the suits to approve it and stamp it and do a market, survey. Just give us the cool stuff to play with. But we'll see over time that these things get better and better. The number one example I always give is Sentry Mode. If you had a Tesla when Sentry Mode first came out, it was very lackluster. It didn't work that well. And it just was eh. And now Sentry Mode is amazing. It does so many good things. It works so well. We'll probably see the same thing with Grok as we have with lots of different Tesla software, where first, it seems to be working well for me. I see others are having problems. But the capabilities, the reliability, the ability for it to interact with the car will get better and better over time, and that'll make it something that's a lot more valuable. So anyway, looking forward to talking to you down in the comments, and you will see me in the next video. All right, Grok, you are unhinged, but we're making a YouTube video, so you're not allowed to swear.
Seriously?